My name is Igor Razvanik. I'm working in the field of Euro project for 20-something years. I really don't know exactly how many times, but in any case, on all the workshops all across Europe, I teach people how to make projects better. And what is most important, we try to make your project fundable. So what I want to tell you today is how everything started and where we are now in the current situation with all the projects we have and what we also did in the previous year. I need to tell that doing the live Facebook stream is a little awkward for me because I was always very communicative person, so I really would love to have feedback. So for today, I will tell the story, and how you will communicate with me is through the chat. We have few dedicated people here from my team. I need to present practically all of this, but today is with us as Galena Robeva from Bulgaria, Luka Grobensky from Croatia, Borut Razbernik from Slovenia, Jan Sredenšek from Slovenia, Ivan Rosa from Slovakia, Faro Karnautovic from Bosnia, Muamer and Velitinjak from Sarajevo, Bosnia, Gašper Pongrat from Slovenia, Rada Drnovšek from Slovenia, Diana from Portugal, Katarina from Slovenia, and with us will also be Alexandra Borowicz from Belgrade, and she will tell exactly how she felt last year when all the education was done. So did we do a good job or not, and what is her experience? So stay tuned for the next 60 minutes of really packed information, what we did in the past, what is our good education, how we are progressing every year, and of course, what is also our feedback from every our applicant. So how everything starts. I started my first project in 1997. So this is in previous, not just centuries, in previous millennium. So this is a lot of years, but I have many applications with Leonardo da Vinci Framework 6, Framework 7, social funds. And also I have been leader of really big educational projects in Slovenia, in Bosnia and Montenegro, and also we have a startup in the United States of America. So we can say that we travel the world and we learn whatever occasions can offer us. But in any case, from 2015, I really started to analyze what is working in the project preparation and what's not. So this is everything about our education. So my question was always, this is on the right, is normal electronic form of any application in the Europe, could be this or that a program, Erasmus, could be, Horizon Now, could be whatever, social fund. Is the right moment and tool to just open the application and start to write a text, or is there any strategy for doing that? So we tried to analyze what is going on, what is the processes, and what and how to improve it. This is real thing. So this is from my whiteboard. So everybody who was here already in my office see that I have almost 5-meter long whiteboard, and everything is starts doing this. And this is real stuff. So this is one of the brainstorming we did in the past, and this stayed for a few months only. And over the years, methodological development of the right strategies, probably this is the 6th or 7th or 8th version of what we did. And from that, I started my workshops all across the Europe. So I try to test the system, you know. This is all pictures when I really want to present what I know and how that should be done, and people with their feedbacks and the results and whatever we did in different applications. Then I also started to develop our online education material, you know, so that plenty of videos you can find, plenty of materials, plenty of different forms how to create this thing. So this is, you know, this is just my office. And so if you will just type /project, I mean #projects with Igor, you can find my website, YouTube, Facebook, and you can find all those materials already present. So why then I'm doing this today? Because me and my team put everything together in the right order, and then we will grab your hand and try to drag you through this path to understand and know what we are doing here. So I'm really proud about this 15 project management, you know, people from my project management team, really great, and I cannot do this without them. So you will really find them very valuable when we will start to do coaching session. So yeah, please be prepared that they will be really honest. They will be sometimes tough, but they will help you a lot. So, you know, there is no comparative education in Europe doing that way, that one person will, you know, guide you through all this, you know, processes, these things, which is very difficult to sometimes comprehend if you start for the first time. So from this all quest, you know, framework was born. This is 10 weeks, 10 teams framework with a plenty of different, let's say, sketches, plenty of different forms, plenty of different methodologies, how to do and what to do in the certain moment. And experience with this project development framework was that we have much shorter development time. Everybody who I know until now says that, you know, 2 months is about the time when they do it, but they're already very good, you know, project writers. So if they want to do a really good project, you need 2 months. Now, me and my team, when we are really, everybody knows what we need to do, we can do it in, you know, in 10 days, maybe even shorter. So what is the secret behind that? I will tell today. I need to say that we have much shorter development time. We have deeper insight into project's problem and solution. And we have a tool how to find innovative solution for the problem. We do the cooperative project writing approach, and we have much higher approval rate, about 80% FTA, meaning first time applicant. So, you know, this is the statistics also from the previous year. So you will see how we are doing today, and I will explain a lot in the detail. So what is my mission? And a lot of people is wondering why I'm doing this. Why I share all the information that other project managers want to keep myself for themselves. I need to tell, in the previous years, I have plenty of calls of my colleagues why everything I know and what they know as well, I'm sending outside to people, because that way I'm doing my competition. But I overcome this, and I see when you have connected minds, when you have time for cooperation, when you learn for each other, when you give each other opportunity, we change our lives together, and we have plenty better results. And I need to say, before I applied 3-4 projects, or I mean 3 or 4 projects I got per year. Now, you know, we doubled this just because we cooperate. And I need to tell that we are happiest people when we are giving, not just when we're receiving. So this is my mission, and this is the mindset of all people in my group. So that's why I'm really, let's say, I'm really satisfied or happy that I have the team who wants to make impact. So what we did in the past to understand the projects, and what are those secrets to understand the European projects. And this is the fact which is very, very weird. This is the fact. No Erasmus Plus national agency in Europe have a holistic education how to develop Erasmus Plus project to fit their requirements. There is no another national agency to have the complete holistic education of that. And prove me wrong if you know something like that, that somebody from national agency will leave you from the beginning to end and tell you what is the connection with the problem and the results and mobilities and the skills and the consequences, implementation methodology. There is no such a thing. I find this really peculiar, because if they give us the money, they want to tell you what they need to do, but we don't have this complete agreement with that. So this was also another thing where I said, okay, we need to do something about that. So at the beginning, what we tried to do is that we tried to see how this application, which is 100-page long, why just me is the person who will develop. So we took it out of the electronic form and put into some system which is everybody can work at the same time together. So what we did first is, instead of one writer, we will go to the many writers. So that's why we have a lot of people working the same idea. Instead of just one person will develop something, there is instantly 5, 6, 7 minds, connected minds, which will develop totally different and better applications. So this was the first steps, what we did back down in 2015. The second step is that I get all the elements of the Erasmus application outside, and to see that there has a problem, there is a consequences, there is a causes to that, there is a results, analysis, impact, innovation. But you know, this is everything like a cloud, everything is unpacked. You don't really know what to do and where to put it. And then was that revelation, which was on my website as well, when I figured it out how those things are connected and what is important, you know, I mean, steps or process to go from problem at the beginning to the impact what European Union wants to do it. So we organize the data in the way that the brain can develop your new idea, and this is the great improvement to that. So the first thing, we understand that we need to go in the Erasmus project from the current situation to the improved situation, and we need to know why we are doing this project and not what we are doing. So this is the first thing, because I see a lot of application, even the time when I was evaluators of Erasmus Plus projects, everybody started to write what they will do. But evaluators want to know why you're doing this. So this is the first thing you need to know. So why you're doing this, not what you're doing this, who is affected, and with this you state that you know the problem, and then you will know how to solve it and what should be changed. And this is the statement where you show that you know how to fix it. And this is the very important. So the complete situation is how you need to develop your idea, and at the end also the text. So in our education, we'll give you plenty of different tools to develop idea, and of course the text as well. So we will have the system how to define the problem, how to define the target groups and their needs, how to define the innovation, which is very important for the complete application, and how we will gather the skills and knowledge for the final group and what will be our impact. So this is the 4 different tools which we'll learn through the education, and maybe you already know some of them, but in any case, we will connect them and, you know, carry all the results from tool number 1 to number 2 and 3 and 4 and make the complete education together. So statistics and facts of the last year, 10 weeks, 10 teams. I think this is very important to know that last year we have the first version. We didn't know what to do. So that's why we put it everything, you know, for free out there. So everybody who wants to test it in the, you know, support of the all, I mean, with the support of all the coaches. And I'm not going to lie, at the beginning, we had a lot of skepticism, especially in the intro session. How we are so different, what is going on, who is working on that, how can I say this, where is my proofs? But just after taking only the first 2 lessons, people really starting to understand the Erasmus Plus project. When I evaluated what you wrote in my first evaluation, so everybody who was in that group who was trying to participate for today was invited to show what is the, you know, your problem, and majority of them said I'm beginner, or I don't understand what they want to do in our Erasmus Plus project e-forms. So if you really don't understand that and don't know what to write it, how you will prepare a good project? How you will prepare it? And they saw that actually this is pretty simple, because when you understand the complete system from beginning to end, it's much easier. And they started to adopt things which are critical for success, from the mindset, from the constant work on the idea, to share the idea, give the, you know, good feedback, not just because I'm afraid to tell you, but, you know, this is not good and bad. So we are trying to be very professional here. And we also change our mindset, you know. You will see that from the beginning, you think it's just me, somebody who can have good idea, but later you will figure it out. If you learn and listen to people, you will have much better application than just that. So statistic is that from last application, we had 70 projects approved, 17 projects, you know, and we can say that we secured more than almost 2.5 million euros. We secured for your project, for those 17 projects, which is, I think, tremendous achievement. And we also had the best application ever with the 98 points, and we still laughing where we lost those 2 points, you know. So we still don't know how we lost 2 points, but, you know, I just had once over 91 points, but 98 is something which is achievement over whatever we think that is best. Is best, really. We also, I need to say that we have another 5 very good projects which was not approved. You know, there are some different things we didn't know. For example, we have one project very good, intelligent but lazy, but university just failed to get a charter, which means that cannot be applicant. So they really didn't check our application. So we have just one application just to reapply. We also have Brainfinity, which didn't get any negative feedback, and we are still on the reserve list, meaning that, you know, we just need to apply it because it was just a lot of, you know, project with the same very good evaluation. We are on the reserve list and have another project with the 90 points. With the 90 points, we're still on the reserve list. So you need to know the quality of all project is rising. It was before, sometimes you need to have 65 points or something to be approved. Now is going over 80, over 85. In this situation, we have 90 points and we were still in the reserve list that was applied in the Greece, and we have just 4 projects approved in that term, and we was on the reserve list, so we need to figure it out. Will we?
Igor, we have one question here. I wanted to say that we have very practical people here, and they wanted to ask us, what is an E+ charter? Can you explain a bit for intelligent but lazy?
So A+ charter, this is just for the university. If university wants to be in the Erasmus Plus, exchange of students, and if they want to apply for the funds from Erasmus, they need to have Erasmus Plus charter. They absolutely know what that is, but this is just for university. This is nothing, for the NGOs, for the small organization. This is just for the university. So don't be worried with that. But in any case, if some university needs to know something about that, we can talk and we can help them. But this is majority just the thing which just needs to be applied. No, that was mistake. We didn't know that we will get it, and of course, we will try to check next time if some university will help us to apply. Okay, what is the real testimonials? We have now few people also today, and I need to say, real testimonials here was, for example, Zlata Hrzhenyak from Croatia said, "You changed my criteria for webinars. Suddenly, most of them I found boring and full of theory." You will see here that there is no theory without practice. You will get, this is what we should do, and try it, and you will get instant feedback. There is no, this is what you need to do, and now you go home and do your stuff, and you will never hear from us again. We are really dedicated to, put it into the education, and at the end of the day, you should have your application, your hand with the numbers, and happy that you apply, and in the few months to get the project. I need to also say that we have some other things how we can do this to improve everything, but definitely we are not just of the theory, but with a really practical oriented education. We also can say that Christina from Macedonia, she said that is a lifetime opportunity. I need to say that we really try to go with everyone who participate and try to see what is their problem, how we can help them, how we can help them overcome their problem with the mindset. And that was also that she's truly mindset changing experience. And I really try to show what problems and errors I have in the past. So it is not just about how successful I was, it is more about how I was unsuccessful for you not to have the same problems. You will see that a lot of different feedback for a national agency, which is not good. And I will share with you that you really don't have the same problem again. So yeah, I think this is very important. This is also Kristina Cvetkovic. She's from Croatia, and her problem was mainly, this bureaucratic jungle, what to do with all the papers, where to write where, and how to apply, and that was really, really important for her, and definitely we also included this in our education. So yeah, we wanted to fulfill the needs for the education with that. We also have, this is Thomas Avakis from Germany. Was one of the team which was really difficult to push at the beginning, but then they feel motivated and really found very important goals for the impact we have for the project. So we wanted with our team to support them to finally create the project with that and really apply it, and we did. And what I need to say, sometimes it's very difficult to see how people will react. We have a lot of people which at the beginning we said, okay, they are really motivated, some of them not, but end of the day, practically everybody is the same level, which is very, very important what we are doing today. We also have today with us Alexandra Borowicz. Alexandra, are you here?
Yes, Igor, I'm with you.
Alexandra, thank you for that you responded, and it is very important for me that you will tell extremely just what is your opinion, what you did, what was your experience, and will you recommend this for everybody else?
Oh no, I won't. I'm kidding, of course. Well, thank you for calling me in, and I'd like to tell that I met Igor last year when he started his previous education 10 weeks, 10 teams, and the whole team as well. I just by chance, me and my colleague, we dropped on his educational trainings and we joined. And what I can say is that before that one, I attended several trainings in project writing, project managing, and so on. But it was always, I was always getting some technical information that I could maybe read even from the guides, Erasmus Plus guides, program guides. While here at this education, I got the explanation of the logic of creating the project idea, which is very important, because when you know your idea, you don't know how to present it to the evaluators, and it is very important to have somebody to show it to you, to tell it to you. Then we learned very practical, we had very practical advices, some tips and tricks that I have never heard from anyone, either a colleague or a trainer or a professor or whatever. So that was extremely useful. Then what I also found very, very useful, it's this mentoring process, because Igor and the whole team are mentoring and they're guiding us through the project proposal writing. And many of them are focused on each of the project proposals that are growing through this education process. And so we have practically 10 or 15 consultants, which is a rare occasion, I must say, and always it would be, in every other case, it would be a very expensive experience, while here we got it for free last year. And then it's very important that we always know whom to ask, because if not Igor necessarily, but someone knows the answer to our dilemmas while writing the project proposals. And even more important, during this education period, we met a partner organization that we connected with, and we continued our journey on the projects together. So we built several partnerships, we exchanged experience, we learned from each other. So this is really, really a fortune. And thank you, Igor, and thank you, everybody. So that is my experience. And then, of course, I'm recommending everywhere and to everyone.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. I need to say that next time you will need to guide this introductory call, because you did much more better than me.
Amen. No problem.
Super, thank you, deal. In any case, what I really want to say, and I will explain later as well, you will get a lot of partners. Maybe you already know that, but now you will know them, what their experience, where to connect and how we can connect. And this is probably the most important things for that. So, okay, that was last year experience. So how this education will look like this year. We did some changes, and what is important, we improve it. So this we have now more simple, more understandable education. We have faster way to develop the project, and we know the things which are really critical for success. So this is very important when you develop your project, that you know how to start and where to start, and not to start wrong. So we will deliver this education for you. So 10 weeks online education will look like this. We will start with the additional call and select the best project idea. So how to select best project idea? So this will be next week. So then we will go into the problem, causes, and consequences. What is the evidence? Where to find evidence? How the evidence should be written? And what is the needs of the target group with the evidence, and how to prepare this? And in the week 3, we will do about innovation. What is the bridging in the innovation? What is the project implementation? How this all puts together into the application form? And then we will start with the detailed intellectual output. This was term in the previous year. Now we have project results, but nevertheless, the system is the same. We will define what is pair diagram, which is really, really rare that somebody use pair diagram, but is much more useful than maybe you know. So I will teach you how to use and how to develop the pair diagram for your project, and will be much easier for you then to develop the project because you already have the pair diagram. And when everything will be prepared, we will have starting of the project writing. So we will have 4 weeks of project writing under the surveillance and under the supports of my project team. And then when we'll have those 4 general, we will have everything done. We'll go to the finance development, and we will have expert evaluation, which we will do inside in our team. So you will get the evaluation before you will even apply. So we'll have the time to correct the application and to create the mandates and everything for the final task. Last year, we had 2 additional calls just to talk about the correction, about what we need to do in the final week, and before we submit all the applications. So in general, as I said, the weeks 1 of 3 will be initial call, problem causes, the consequence, how this is done, and we will do all the innovation. And then, in that time, all those 3 weeks, you will get the feedbacks on projects idea by all coaches. Meaning, whatever will be your idea, before you will start to develop your project, you will already have the feedback, like you have your evaluators constantly survey you and see, this is good, this is not good. So you will have from all of us feedback to see where is your idea good and where it needs improvement. So before you will start to develop something, you will already have idea if this idea good or not. So this is the first thing what you will do. So this is the first part of the education. And this is how this is look like. You will have your project, and of course I need to say, you will develop your project idea in our templates. We already have templates for you, but all our project partners will say, okay, this is good, this is not good, do it, or even have some support. This is very important when somebody of the support said extremely well-defined problem 3, which you will give the support. You will love to do it, when you see that you're going to the right direction. And our team is really direct and also really supportive. So just be prepared that you will get direct and very good feedback on everything what you will do. Then we will have week 4, which is generally very important. The whole team will evaluate all your ideas, and we will create some kind of list of what you do, and then our team will select the coaches for the team. Why we will select this? Because we don't know everything about all the ideas. So, for example, if somebody will do permaculture, we'll try to do with somebody who is knowledgeable in the field and support in that way. So my team will evaluate and we will select the coaches for those teams. So what was experience from previous year? Last year experience was that 31 project advanced after project idea development, and 21 teams submitted the application, and out of this 21 teams we got 17 project approved. Can you imagine? Meaning that more than 81% approval rate for somebody who is starting to create project from the beginning, or even for the first time, we have 81% FTA, which is absolutely amazing even for me. But, you need to push to really come to the end. Not stop at the beginning because it's hard, not stop because you have the problems, not stop because, you will always find the excuse. But whoever come, there is almost, just reminding for a project, we need to reapply again, which is really easy. So yeah, tremendous success from the previous year. So from week 4 onward, we will select teams for 6 weeks coaching. I will personally coach 10 teams, and we still don't know how many teams will be in the project group, but I think we will manage to coach all of the teams. Let's say if this will be as today, let's say 50 teams, this is doable. If not, we will agree how we will do this. So in any case, we will select the coaches and we will do 6 weeks with you until the project is ready for the submission. So weeks 5 to 8 will be partner selection of the application and writing under the coaching, under the surveillance, or under the help of the coach, their partner selection and application writing, and at the end, everything needs to be done and before we submit. How we will follow the help team? We create the system where we can see for every team where they are and what their progress. We have the system when you see the check marks, what you need to develop, some problem, evidences, needs, target. Whenever one of us see, okay, this is well done, we check it, and we instantly see the percentage until where you are. So there we can then go and say, okay, let's start to help in this and this application and see. So we have access to all that application. Previous year, some of the teams at the beginning said, but we don't want to share our idea because somebody else will steal it. And we really see after the first session that this is stupid, just because I need to say that even I will say you about 5 project ideas right now, everybody of you will create different projects, because somebody will apply it for a different target group, for a different section, and different time frame and different approach. So idea is still, dream. You need to work on it. You need to find your causes. You need to find the consequences for your problem. Then you will need to find the evidence that this really exists. And then you need to, what is the needs for the final recipients, the target group. So this is what you need to develop from your basic idea. So after the first year, everybody will know. Just go with the idea, share it as much as possible, so you can get the feedback, and you will see this is what we are doing. And then from week 9 and 10, we will develop the finance and we will have expert evaluations. So we will have submission before the deadline. And this year, the deadline is 22nd of March 2022. So before that date, we will have everything for you ready. If you will help us in a way that you will, do whatever our coaching team will tell you. If the idea is not that you will improve, if your coaching team will say, change this sentence because it's not, understandable, because it's not show what you need to do, because you have too many results in the idea, because it's quite big, What is also different from previous year, this year we will select if you want to go to the large scale application or small scale application. Small scale application means that you will go to the budget up to 60,000 euros, and application a little less challenging, so you can use that as well. Or you can go with the large scale, where you have up to 10 project partners, and you can get up to 400,000 euros. And I need to say, this year again we have different development of the finance, and we really struggle in the last term to figure it out how you can do it, and we find the way which is practically very easy now. So we will share with you how to develop the finance in the way for the small scale and the large scale partnership. So whatever you want to do, we are here for you. So we can also support some sport coaching, sport application, but whatever you will do, the system is the same. Even if they will later apply to the Brussels for different, we'll use the same application, the same system, the same task, the same tools. So whatever you will invest time, you will see that it's worth. Again, a very important term, participative writing. What does that mean? That means that you will also have access to other project teams, meaning you can have a peek what other teams are doing, to learn, to see how they're done. Some things are done, so you can, not copy, but you can apply the same thing in you. So if somebody will need help that way, I will contact that team, get the permission that that will allow them to, that you will allow to see. And this is the thing. Nevertheless, we will share a few of the applications we did in the past, so we can learn from them as well. But different teams can connect, and you can learn from different teams. And at the end of the day, if you have from somewhere to copy, to see, to change, to be better, you will have your application much quicker than before. So just imagine the situation now when you don't have anywhere to look, especially if you're a starter. Nobody wants to give you the application. So this is totally different situation. We will give you whatever application you want, in any case, now it's forbidden to copy it, and Erasmus Plus, national agency have the tools. When they can find that something is copied, and they will not be happy. So don't do it. And we have
Speaking of help, Igor, we have a very good question, if I can ask.
Yeah, of course.
Danny Maric asked us, are the project ideas constrained to fall within the Erasmus education-related projects? Are there any experience with other types of EU project applications, for example, green energy development?
Yes, we have experienced that as well, and the system will be the same. But if we want to, comply with all those requirements, will be very difficult for us to focus on one thing. So our idea is to focus just on Erasmus and the system in Erasmus, but if you're wise, you will use the same system and apply it in other applications. I already told you that even the last year, some of the teams applied to the Brussels, to the sport projects, to the different different efforts and use the same system, and they succeed. Even Alexandra Borowicz, who was with us, can tell you that they apply and the Brussels, and they got the application with the same knowledge get here. So it is confirmative. You will learn how to do it. And maybe Alexandra, you can explain this from your experience, maybe?
Yes, actually, our team at work, we wrote together a project to apply in the capacity building for youth, which is applied directly to Brussels. And they were very fast, and they let us know that the project has passed and got the funding. So we're working on all together, and I'm very happy to say for my colleagues and me that we invited partners that we met here at Igor's educational training. So we will be together in that project as well.
Alexandra, thank you. So in any case, as I said, the knowledge is the same. You just need to write the same knowledge in different e-forms. So, is this, is this energy, or this is the, whatever else you can imagine as Erasmus Plus project, as a European project, you can use the same knowledge. So yes, you can use that. We will also do this way. When you will develop your idea and you will start to write the project, you will get a partner. So those partners will write with you. But because some of partners will be in your project, you will also have ability to be a partner with some other project here. So meaning not just not just one project can be developed in this term of the 10 weeks, 10 teams, but you also can be partner in another project. So at the end of the project, you can end with at least 2 projects. We will definitely try to limit to 2 projects, one yours and one to be participant in another project writing, meaning that we found last year that a lot of project teams want to be in 5, 6, 7 different projects as well as a partner, but they need to write also and help develop this. And they didn't figure it out that they need to really work a lot then. So to shorten how much time you need to have it, we will limit for your project and one partner to be in another project. So this is important for you as well, because it will rise your quality of the project writing, which is much more important. If you will be in the 5 project, maybe you will not finish not even one. So let's focus on your primarily. So we will also have our workspace, meaning that we'll have dedicating e-learning course, and also we will use the Google Sheets. But idea behind our e-learning course this year is that all webinar recordings, which was even previous year allowed, now will be cut into the lectures. Normally, I cover up to 3 lectures in one session, and sometimes very difficult to find the right spot. So we will cut it, we will do the text, and we will do additional material. So when you will go back into you will see exactly as should be from the development, the idea to the final application in your e-learning course. So because I already said that you will allow to see the other people project with their permission, and we will help each other, of course, with the evaluation of the coaches as well, which is very important. So this is our online classroom, is already developed. You don't have the access to it, but when you will enroll, you will have instantly access to this, and every time you will go and you will have another election here, as now is just welcome in introduction and some of the myth-busting procedure here. So you can go to every lesson you want to have in this course.
We have a few questions about partners, if we can answer.
Yeah, of course.
Well, one was in general about how do we find partners, how this procedure goes, and then I can ask a few questions after that.
I would be too long today to really figure it out how to do it. Generally, we are doing with the need. You know, if you have the need in the project, you know, I need somebody who knows e-learning. We will try to find the partner who have this ability. This is totally different than what normally people is doing. I see often of the Facebook, we are searching for the applicant for the ready project. This is totally wrong approach. So we will go from this perspective. We know what we need and we need to try to find it, because all of us, we already have our great network of people. So we will help you definitely to find the partner, and we will explain later how to do it. Borut, any other question?
There was two more. One is about writing, but this was already confirmed. But the other ones asked about enrollment terms. Are there any criteria for the enrollment that we need? I believe they might have asked, do we need to be part of an organization? Can we enroll alone? Things like that.
Okay, so there is no let's say initial criteria or you know requirements for you, neither from knowledge, neither to be participant. You know, you can develop your project whatever you want, and then you try to figure it out how you will use it. But in any case, we can help you with the partners and how to do it. From this year, you don't even need to be part of the organization to be partner in the project. You cannot apply, but cannot be partner even if you're individual. So again, you can apply, you can be partner in the project, even if you have individual, like a just teacher somewhere in the school, and you can be just you as somebody can be partner that. Yes, so some things we need to consider, but in any case, you can do it. You can do it that way. So we can help you definitely later with this experience as well. Okay. Strategies. Until now, we talk on knowledges. This is one thing. And then how this knowledge can be applied. And this is called strategy. And we will teach you and we will talk a lot about a lot of strategies for that project. So why is strategy so important? You know, there's a lot of things which cannot be just ignored. And when we figured out the structure for the Erasmus Plus project, you cannot, you know, ignore the causes, because we know that they're very important. You cannot ignore the consequences or any of this. And this is very important sketch you will figure, and the final date you will definitely know by heart. But, you know, a lot of projects we see with, you know, without needs analysis, and I will show you later what does that mean, or without implementation strategy. So we really know what you need to do and how important the strategy. So we will tell you how to do it, you know. And definitely from my experience, I went from 30 to 80% approval rate when I start from the vision of the project. And this is just one line of text, a vision, what you want to do in your project. And when you figure it out in one line, what you want to do, it's much easier for you to develop it. And a lot of people say, oh, I will do the vision at the end. No, this is not the right way, and you will see. And I will ask you later also, who is the real buyer of the project? I know now who is the buyer per project, and we know how to approach it. And we understand how evaluation process is working, and we start selling the idea. And we are not persuading that we need the money. And this is totally different. This is marketing, and this is project idea, this is your startup. And we are doing this because we know that we can do the impact. We are not begging for money. We said, okay, this is our vision, this is our idea, we know to do that, and we sell this idea for the money you give for the project. And this is You change your text entirely, and this is very important. And we will also have a lot of more strategies for improvement of application when you'll start to treat your project as new business idea, which is, you know, if you'll get the 250,000 euros for the project, this is a business idea. You know, if you will do the startup, you will see how difficult, how 10 times more difficult it is to get 250,000 euro for your startup than for Erasmus project. But I will tell you how to do it, so you will get it really quickly. When we start also to measure readability, it's much better, it's a real improvement. We structured the project the way that also the evaluator understanding. We started to use evaluation criteria to focus to text. So I really see what I need to do. And I start to invite partners who can really participate in writing. Not just in application, but participate in project writing. This is totally different achievement as well. So if you said, if you post on the Facebook, we need somebody to apply because I already have finished project, meaning that you did everything, nobody check it, nobody give you feedback, nobody, you know, maybe a really good project writer, maybe, but this is not good approach. I will need to tell you. So benefits for participating in this in our education is that you will get all necessary skills and knowledge to prepare your first maybe Erasmus Plus project, but you will also learn different project writing strategies. You will get new partners, which is also the project's future work, future learning, future cooperation. And you will get the finished application, meaning at the end of the day, you can apply and get this funding, which you're really looking for a few years. So we will definitely help you in managing also possible approved projects. So maybe you will get the project approved. I will teach you the methods to possibly run this project. I need to tell you, probably next year after 10 weeks in Teams, I will have another project writing, another project managing course, meaning if you already have project and you have problem to manage your project, to implement it, we will have another course to how to do it. So this is after you get your project approved. Okay, so what is the schedule to have it for the next? So the general plan is that today is introductory, but all other session will be on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock, like last year. Just today, because I have another thing tomorrow. We have it Monday, but all those have on Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock. So sessions will be this intro call, which is today, and then we'll have another 10 standard sessions, which I already explained by every week. And we will have 2 extra sessions, which will explain you how to upgrade rejected Erasmus Plus project. So if you maybe already have some Erasmus Plus project which is rejected, I will tell you how to upgrade it in one extra session. And I will explain about 4 unconscious mistakes when writing Erasmus Plus project. Maybe you have it until now, or you will start to use it. I will explain what you cannot do, or what is your mistake, which you're, have a problem later when you want to apply it. So this is the time plan. This time plan will be also in our online classroom, so don't need to write specifically. But what you need to know is next Tuesday, 21st of December, we will have at 7, we will have our next session, our first session with what you need to know basically about that. So this is the thing you need to looking for. So this is the thing you need to write down. So 21st of December at 7 o'clock is the next session. And then we will have after the New Year, 4th January, 11th, 18th, and our last session will be on March 1st, just 20 days before the deadline. So we have the perfect timing for that. So yeah, everything is in our favor. So this is what a lot of people already know, but we need to discuss also now. Is it free or this is some fee involved? So our experience here is that last year, as you can see, 52 teams applied. 31 teams went in application writing. So this is those greens. So those people just stopped to work. 21 teams submitted the application, and as you know, 17 teams get project approved. So that means that just less than 40% of the teams persist in the project writing till the end. And I was kind of disappointing. Maybe I anticipated, but I was kind of disappointing, because when I talk with the majority of the teams, we figured it out that the reason for stopping is because the course was free. And people don't value the things they get for free, and this is psychological thing. You can find it in different business books, and it's in people's mind. Free things don't have a value. And because last year we have everything for free, people just stop working because they don't have anything, you know, they will not pay anything. So yeah, I can stop. I don't like to do it anymore. But what does that mean? You know, you stop it, but all of us who prepare the course, who support you, who work with you hours, you know, there is no result. So that's why we decided to go with, to apply an engagement fee. This is a minimal fee that will not tear up participant pockets, that help everyone focus on the education and make them accountable to the goal. Meaning, if you'll pay something small, you will still be accountable for the final goal. And I already see that in last year, and already you know, promised last year that this year cannot be free anymore. But this is engagement fee. This is not the price. So if you're already been developed a course before, and this is, for example, is Sarah Cordiner, is Core Creation Authority. If you will Google up, you will see, and I was part of her education. And the business model here we don't sell just information or implementation. We are doing done with you. So we are doing the application with you, and the price normally is the value divided by 10. So, for example, if I will teach you how to get, you know, 1,000 euros, meaning that I will need to charge 100 euros for that. If you check the budget of the project, meaning that normally you will get, you know, about 30,000 euros here. From that calculation, price should be about 3,000 euros. So if I would say that this is the price for the education, I will need to say that this is 3,000 euros. But this is not. So we agree that we should not, you know, go with the 3,000 euros, but we show with a small engagement fee, which is the 67 euros. This is the engagement fee for anybody who wants to enroll in our application. Instead of 3,000 euros, you will need to pay only 67 euros, and this is the fee which will, you know, really focus you and not, let's say, allow you to stop in the middle of the day, because at least you paid something, you know. There are exceptions. So everyone who last year participated and submit the application can participate this year as well without any fee. So we value people who really are persistent and do things with us. For them, you know, there is no exception. There is no participation fee. I mean, engagement fee. Whoever participated last year and not submit the application, we still give 30% off, which means for the 49 euros, they can finish their last year work and finally get 30,000 euros for the from the budget for the Erasmus Plus. So as you can see, engagement fee is normally always measured in the return on investment, meaning that value you get, you need to divide with the value you pay, and should be around the 10. So if it will be 10 or above, meaning that your course is very suitable for you. In our education, a return on investment means that we will get, 30,000 euros get, and you will pay 67 euro, meaning that you will have our return on investment 450 times, meaning for every euro you will invest, you will get 450 euros back. So this is, clear calculation, which should not, this is not the price. This is really just an engagement fee to start to work with us. So the time plan is that the next session, for the 21st of December, the session 1 is again free, so everybody can participate the same way as today. You will get the access. We will see how many people will be. We will apply and then we'll see. But from January 4th, we will have only the teams who will pay this engagement fee. So January 4 is the deadline when you need to pay the engagement fee if you want to be part of the education. So again, what we will teach you. We will teach you about, how to go from the project problem to the solution. So meaning that you will really know what is the Erasmus Plus problem to the solution structure. Then you will know everything, how you will connect all those dots about how to create the structure of Erasmus Plus project, and you will know what is the problem, who is affected, how to do it, and what is the impact, which is very important for everyone here to do. Then you will learn about problem 3. Maybe you already know what the problem 3 is. Probably you know, but we will help you to understand how you can use it in this connection to the Erasmus Plus project. So very easy to understand. Then we will go from target group to how to generate knowledge, which is very important to when you will define what is project results, what is needs, and how we generate new skills, and how results always needs to answer the target groups, and all the steps how to do it. If you will fail to show that the results answer the needs of the target group, you will not get your project approved. Again,
yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have a lot of engaging questions, and
okay.
We can help answer all of them.
Okay, I will talk about engagement fee a little more later if you want, just to recuperate what we will learn here, but we can then ask again. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay. There are a few more about online sessions, then we can cover the engagement fee later on. One of them asks, what if they cannot be online? I did answer that they will have full access to it using our course platform, but we would also suggest when teams are together and we're working together that it should be online work. But one of the questions was also are the sessions fixed on Tuesdays, or if it's a possibility for changing a different day? One of the suggestions was for Saturdays.
We cannot change it because, last year we have a long poll and we suggested just one, specific date. So we will not change this because majority is suitable for majority, and it's very difficult to then rearrange everything. So yes, would be on Tuesday, but all the recordings will be available. But in any case, from the week 4 onwards, we will have the coaching session, which will be definitely live, and you will always agree on the date with your coach and when you are available and when coach is available. And we have specific platform when you can, when coach will say when he has time, and you will try to fit it to your needs. So yeah, coaching is changing, but you know, this explanation and online webinar cannot be changed.
Okay, and for everybody asking questions about the engagement fee, I've read your questions. I'm aware of them. We'll answer them at the end of the presentation. Thank you.
Okay, of course. So this is the fourth or fifth thing which I will teach you how to use it. We will go also to the innovation, the bridging method, which is very, very important. Even if you know that, you know, your final recipient have a needs, you need to also know what are their wants. And if you cannot connect their wants with their needs, you don't have a project. You know, maybe you will say, okay, somebody who is dropped out of the school need additional education. But if they don't want to go to your education, is your project out of order? So what they want to do and what you know they need, if you don't have this model, this innovation model, you cannot get anything right. So this is the case which is very important, that bridging method, and I will explain it in more detail in the education. We will also, we have a lot of laugh in this session when we will teach you the kitchen approach for understanding project results, because everybody knows how to work in kitchen, and this is the how we can do the needs, intellectual outputs and activities, and how to check it backwards to see if these activities in the project results really fulfill the needs you have, because your evaluator will first ask this, and this is very important. We'll also teach you implementation strategies, how to use methodology, partner, or different kind of partner. And we will tell you what is country promoter, why you need it, why you need the letter of intent, why you need the school or implementation partner. You know, this is all implementation strategies, and they are defined by your project, and it really needs to be used. We will also give you a lot of project writing advices. You know, if you cannot see this dog in that background, this could be also the same with your idea. You know, sometimes your idea is just hidden. They need to stand out. And, you know, you need to know how to find your project idea that will stand out, that will have impact, and how you can be different. We will definitely tell you the ideas how to do it. We will tell you what is important, the vision, how to create the vision. We already explained about it. We will tell you how to keep evaluator intrigued and interested, that your project, he or she want to read, and not just they will be bored with your text. So how to get it interested. We will tell you what is ability to receive the information in different time, in different chapters. So we'll tell you what you need to tell in that specific sector to be really, really important and successful. We will tell you about the story of why. So why you need to talk, why you need to focus on why, and how to explain your mission, and which will give you at the end of the day the power in the project. So why you need why. We will need to tell you how to tell the story. You know, if you will tell the story that way, you know, like million things which is not important, you will never get the project. And we will tell you how this can be done for you. And we figure it out. If you write complicated text, evaluator will think that you don't really know what you're trying to say. Again, if your text is complicated, the evaluator will think that you don't know what to say. That's why I think you put all those complicated words in. And we will have the special things how to measure this readability. We will also tell you how to make specific sentences to have headline quality score, and what is above average, and what is not above average, and how to use those specific power words, because some words have more power than others. Then we also tell you how to use exact numbers in the application, because this is a scientific proof that if you tell the exact numbers, this will build connection with the evaluators and help you persuade them. So definitely we'll tell you how to do, how to use the numbers in the application. We will tell you again the story of why and how to change, some pale sentences into very engaged sentences. So this is the same. Many old local crafts have been forgotten or even known to the younger generation due to globalization. This is the sentence. But should be different. We should start with why. Due to globalization, many old crafts have been forgotten or even unknown to the young generation. And those same sentences, differently structured, have totally different impact. And I will teach you how to use different impactful sentences. We will teach you how to check the readability, and this readability should be as high as possible. And if you have low readability, it will mean that your project is difficult to read, and you will get the lower score. We'll also tell you about persuasion. Persuasion, how to do it on the conscious and unconscious level, and how to do different way. We will tell you about the structure of the storytelling, because this is the most important verbal communication. We are still to use it. And idea behind this is that storytelling organizes your non-structured project data into the story, which is easy to comprehend and remember. Meaning that you will tell your project the way that will be understandable, and evaluator will say, yes, of course, this is good project, let's approve it. So this is the structure behind it. And we will give you exactly persuasion framework. We will give you 5 points how to define from the we said tripwire to the end of the sentence, which this example will skip rational mind and directly influence the emotion of the evaluator to say yes. And we will help you to structure your sentences that way. We will also give a lot of examples from the applications, how this description, for example, for the LTT should look like, or development of some kind of. So we also have a lot of different examples how to write. We will give you a lot of different examples of bad evaluations. So these are all my bad evaluations, and I give it to you to see what not to do, so you can learn from it. I will give you also what and how to do it to get good evaluation criteria. We will also give you, where to put emphasis, how to explain, experience of the partners in the projects to be really good. So, sometimes just one sentence is very important into the chapter to have additional few points. So this is final question, how to join. So if I persuade you that this is important, and that engagement fee is not high, you will definitely join us, because this is definitely a lifetime opportunity for everybody. So engagement fee. Sorry for the mistake, but I went through so many times, but of course, yeah, I did a mistake. So we have credit card payment, and this is the link for the enrollment. And idea behind that is that whoever will be enrolled in this online classroom on the January 4th, we will go with them into the next session. So next session is still free. So all December sessions are free from January or will go. So this is the place where you can go and pay your engagement fee. If you have, so if you want to, I need to say that 35 people already enrolled, because you know, we will allow just about 100 people in the class, because we cannot support more than 50 teams, and we need to keep quality of education. So we have maximum 100 seats, 35 people already enrolled, because this is the people who was at the previous education, the people who was part of our organization. So we have about 65 seats left. And this is very important to know, that there is no unlimited possibility for our group to support you. So enrollment will close at January 4th, 22. This is the time when you will get at the 12 o'clock, or even before, if you will reach 100 participants. Until then, we will close it before, and we will, you know, remove the options to enroll for that. So we will support different payments. Maybe if you are a teacher or you know, somebody from an NGO, and if you like to pay by wire transfer, you can download pro forma invoice from the enrollment page, or send me email to me, and we will send you a pro forma invoice, and you can pay the amount of 67 euros by wire transfer. SEPA, this is 1 hour normally. If you pay next hour, we will have this in our account, and you will receive the invoice by email next day after the payment, with the confirmation that you are enrolled. And you are enrolled when the money sits on our accounts. Yeah, we cannot do different ways. So we will just follow how many people is coming into classroom, and then we will stop. So again, this is our link. You can also go on the my website, and there is also the post with that link if you forgot what is that, but it's very easy to go. So bit.ly/2022-go, and you will come into that session, and then you can enter that contact information, payment methods. You can also pay with the GPay, you know, or with other credits, and you could go. And instantly you will be into our online classroom with all the information, and with the invoice in your email. So very easy enrollment, very quickly, without any hassle. Okay, so if you still have some questions, so Borut, you can ask questions regarding the engagement fee.
Well, we have quite a few questions now. I hope you can answer them all. Yeah. I'll just go chronologically. Some of them were about the fee, but I believe you answered it. I would just like to answer all of them now if we can. One of the questions was, how long will we have the access to the webinar videos?
You have lifetime access. We will never close that access. So don't worry about it. This will be open.
Okay, so lifetime access, that's one. We already answered where and how do we pay the engagement fee. That's good. Another answer, a question was about the VAT, and we answered that it's included. And another question that we had that I'd like you to confirm is, do we need to apply one project for each participating, or can we work with more than one people on more project? For example, a lot of them would have their own organizations, so they would like to be in their organization as one team.
So I said, we will focus on one application per participant, or if there will be 2 people from one organization, it is the best that 2 people is work in one team on the project. If there will be 3 people, maybe try to think if this is 1 or 2 projects. It's up to you, but we never encourage more than 2 projects together, as I said, one as your idea and another to be participant in another project. So yeah, you can develop whatever you want, but we will definitely not support more than 2 projects per participant because it's too much for you. It is too much. Yeah.
Okay, and do we subscribe as one organization? I said that it's yes, but could you confirm and maybe discuss that more? If I'm part of an NGO and I would like to be part of this course, and I have 3 members.
This is one person, one subscription. You know, at the beginning we thought we will have a larger engagement fee, but this is per person. This engagement fee is per person. So 2 people from same organization, 2 engagement fees.
Okay, last one before we move on, and then we can cover the rest. Do I have to be a part of a group or an organization to be in that course, or can I apply as an individual? And what does that mean for me if I apply as one person without an organization?
You can be partner if you are just individual. You can be partner. You need to go to the same process as an organization to apply to the ECAS account as a PIC account. This is a number when you get to identify in the European Union as Erasmus Plus, you know, partner. There is some limitation for that. You know, in any case, you need to make some legal papers, but you don't need to be part of any other organization. You can be on your own, definitely. And if you have a question, I can support that you later without any problem. Because I did that previous year as well, and today now is really open this question. You can do it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We can move on for now, and if there's more questions, we can do it at the end. Thank you.
Okay, so if somebody still have some question, just write this in the chat. But I want to give just few more minutes about the final go for it. So, you know, working on the project, meaning that you will develop yourself. And the best project you will ever work on is you. During that education, you will learn so many different practices. You will find so many different people with their you know, mindset. You will change your mindset. I need to tell that after this education, you will be a totally different person. Not because you will learn something, because you will know how other people is doing. Sometimes this is enough. If you know how other people is working, you can adopt the same system, which is priceless. You cannot be, you know, charge this. This is very, very, very important thing. So the best project you will ever work on is you. This other section also, because maybe not this year, next year, but Mr. I'll do it later never owned a freaking Bugatti. And if you will postpone what you want to do, you will never have what you really want to have. So do it now. Not this is really your opportunity. And everybody who was last year at the end of our education said, wow, if I knew that at the beginning. But I cannot do nothing more than tell you and explain you how we are doing. And this, you already have so many different testimonials how this went. If you know those 2 guys, Porzingis and Doncic, those really MVP in the basketball NBA league in the United States. But idea why I put this picture here is because that guy is new, but the Porzingis said, playing with Luka is extremely easy. It takes so much pressure off everybody else. Makes everybody else better. So idea behind this is that we will take off pressure of you to understand what we need to do next, how we will develop this. Is this good enough? Are I going in the right direction? Should I do something different? We are here for you. We are not just, you know, to be part of this education. We are really keen that your project will succeed, that this is our passion, this is our impact. We are, as you already see, we are trying to do the best to have your project approved, and this is what we are going to do this. But you will also find a network, and I really love this sentence. If you hang around 5 idiots, if you hang around 5 confident people, you will be 6th. If you hang around 5 millionaires, you will be 6th. If you hang around 5 idiots, you will be 6th. So moral of the story, whom you're hanging around. And if you will hang with us and 260 people who is now on the stream, it's totally different experience because everybody will help you to go into your direction. So mind who are your network and be with the people who really want to do something. And we are really the team who really wants you to suggest and be better. So, are you ready? So, are you ready to learn something new about project development? If you are ready, enroll now. This is the link. We will post that link somewhere as well in that group. We will post it on our Facebook group. We will post it in our session here in the web page. We will also record this session and we will put it online for everybody who wants to still be and watch it again. But is there still any question or Borut?
There is one question that you can help me answer, and during the answering that question, everybody that has a question or would like to rephrase their question or want more details, I'd encourage you to please ask now. But Biljana asked about Erasmus Plus Charter. Is there any sort of help imagined within our course that we can help for universities?
Actually not, but I can really help in the way that I will navigate what they need to do. But in any case, Erasmus Plus, Erasmus Charter is something very easy for the university, but is of what we want to do this. This is something different.
Okay, and if I can help answer that in a way that both Biljana asked and Denny, is that if you have specific parts that this course doesn't cover at the very end, I would like to suggest that during the rest of this course, at least 80% of it is reusable in that direction. You will still learn how to develop an idea. You will still learn how to do proper research for a certain evidence that you might need. You will still have the experience needed to apply it everywhere else. So I would still suggest that this course, for the price that we offer, for the amount of experience and knowledge that we share, it can still be very much worth it because it can be applied for many different things.
Super, thank you very much. It was really, really important to say this. Yes.
Thank you. As for now, I cannot see if there's any more specific questions. I believe we should wait for another few minutes. Otherwise, I believe all the questions are answered.
In any case, we will not close this group for another day. So if you have any question, you can still post in the group. If not, you have my email and you can send me email and then we can answer. But in any case, we will have everything ready in Projects with Igor Facebook group. You were already, a lot of people is in that group and we will post everything there. So if nothing else, thank you very much for being with us. And I really hope that we will see you next Tuesday, but also from that point on, to be good friends, good partners, and have everything ready for the next 21-27 session of Erasmus Plus, where we can, get a piece or extremely big budget. We have about 3.9 billion euros, and we can just get one piece of that for our project. We are very happy. So thank you very much for the participation this evening. Have a nice evening and see you next Tuesday.